Hi guys, welcome back once again to Latest Fashion TV. My name is Chinwe. If today is your first time of joining us on this channel, you're so very welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much and God bless. I really appreciate your time with us. So in today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make this beautiful wrap blouse, which you can wear in 3 different forms. Towards the end of this video, I'm going to be showing us the 3 different ways in which you can wear this wrap blouse. So endeavor to watch to the end of the video. So let's get straight into it. The materials that we need to make this wrap top, I'm using 2 yards of this akara. I have my scissors, I have my tape, I have my chalk, I have my pin, and then I have my pattern paper. I'm using this white pattern paper to draft out my basic first before I start. Okay, so we start with our paper. This is the paper. I folded it already. It's folded into 2 already. This here. So the first thing I'm going to be taking is my shoulder measurement. I'll use this as my shoulder line. So the shoulder measurement for this customer is 16 inches, which is 8 plus ½ inch for sewing allowance. That will give us 8.5. So that's what I'll be marking out. So we are drafting the back piece first of all. So the armhole measurement for this cloth is 9 inches. I'll mark the 9 inches down. Then I'll bring this 8.5 down. This is the basic for every top that you want to make. So I'll now draw that will form my armhole line. So I'll draw out my armhole line. So having done this, the next thing I'll be taking is my bust measurement. But I'll bring down this 9 inches that I'm using for my armhole. I'll mark it out. I'll connect the line because that's what I'll be using to draw my armhole, my bust measurement. So I'll now be taking my bust measurement on this part. The bust measurement of this customer that I'm working for is 44, which is 11 inches. 11 plus 1 inch, that will give us 12 inches. 1 inch for sewing allowance, so that will give us 12 inches. So I'll mark the 12 inches here. Then the next thing I'll be taking is her half length. Her half length measurement. The half length of this customer is 17 inches, sorry. So I'll mark the 17 inches. It's on this half length I'll be taking her waist measurement. So her waist measurement is 40, which is 10, plus 1 inch for sewing allowance will give us 11, then plus 1 inch for that, because to be having that will give us 12 inches. So I'll mark my 12 inches there. I'll use my ruler and connect it back to the bust measurement. Then the next thing is to take this waist measurement down to this, but her stomach on this down part is bigger than her, so I'll be using her stomach on this part is 44. So I'll be using 44 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance, so that will give us 12. I'll connect it back to the waist. So having done this, is the back piece that we are drafting first of all, because it's this back piece we will use to draft the front. So having done this, I'll go ahead and shape my armhole. To do this, I'll go out by 1 inch, then I'll place my armhole curve, then I will shape out my armhole. So what I have. Then the next thing is to mark my neck. The neck that I'm using, the neck width that I'm using is 3.5 inches. That's the neck width I'm using. For the back, I'll be using 1.5 inches for the back. So I'll mark 1.5. Then I'll connect these lines together and use it and form my neck. I'll connect the lines together and use it and form my neck. Then I'll be using it to form the back neck. So I'll go ahead and form my shoulder by 1 inch. And then I'll connect it back to my neck. So like this, we are done with this basic. So this is our back pattern. I'll go ahead and cut it out because I'll now use it and cut, because it's still this back we use to cut our front. But before that, let me draft my neck. The neck for the front is a V-neck. So I'll be using 7 inches for this V-neck. 7 inches. So I'll take my ruler, like yours. You know, I always like marking out my front and my back neck at the same time. So I'll take my ruler and connect it back. So here I have my front neck and I have my back. But what I'll be cutting now is my back first of all, and use it and cut my akara. Then we'll now come and work on the paper from the front piece. Alright, let's cut. So we are done. I will now use this to remember I told us that my paper is on fold. Don't go and use one single paper because of the style that we are making. Your paper must be on fold because we are using this to cut our front piece. So I'm done with this. I will now bring my akara and use the pattern to cut out the back. First of all, just take my paper, place it on my akara. I hope you guys are seeing what I'm doing. I'll use this as my down part. This is the back. The back doesn't have any opening. As you can see, it's folded. So I'll place it on it. So I'll now grab my scissors and I'll cut it. So it's now that I'll cut my neck, my back neck. Making sure that my paper is aligning with my akara. So I'll go ahead and cut. So I'll now cut my neck, only the back neck for now. So I'm done cutting the back. So we have our back piece now. So I'll just keep this aside and keep my akara aside. Then I'll now come and work on my paper for my front piece. So what I will do now is I'll open up this paper like this. Because it's a wrap blouse, so I'll determine where I want this wrap to fall off on this part. So on this part, I want the wrap to fall off. Yeah, so I'll just come up by 1 inch, and this 2 inches because of my folding allowance. I'll just come up by 2 inches here on this part. Then I will connect from here back to this my neck. I hope you're seeing what I'm doing. So I'll take my ruler now and I'll connect. I'll connect from this point to this point that I've marked already. So I'll place my ruler like this. Can you see? Can you see what I have? I connected from here back to this point where my V-neck ended. So I'll be cutting out now from here to this point, and this is the part that we will need. So we now use this part to cut 2 pieces because we have 2 pieces of this. So that's the difference between the front and the back. And then on this armhole, I'm going to be working on the armhole for my front piece. I'll divide this into 2, 8. I'll get the middle, 4, and then I'll come in by 1/2 inch on that middle, and then I'll connect it back to this point. and then I'll connect this back to my armhole this way. So this is what I have. So I'll go ahead now and cut that out. So having done that, I will open up my paper bag, then I will now cut this out. So we don't need this. So this is what we need for this front piece. So that's why I said your paper must be folded into two when you're cutting your bag so that you use it for your front. So I will go ahead now and use this and cut two pieces for our front. So here I'm done cutting and I've gone ahead to cut the lining. This is the back, this is the back piece, this is the lining. So I'll go ahead and turn it with the lining from the neck. I'll turn the neck with the lining. Then this is the front. We are using two colors for the front. One side will be black, one side will be the akara. So I've cut the two out already with their lining. This is one part, this is the second part. That will be black fabric. I've cut it too with the lining. So I'll go ahead and turn it with the lining. So the turning will go from here to this neck. I'll turn it with the lining. The same thing on this part too. The turning will go from here and then I'll turn it. I'll do it and come and show us. This is one side. This is the second side. So you can see I'm done turning them with lining. So the next thing I'm going to be doing, even the back, I've done the back too, lining. So I've done it with lining on the neck. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to be joining them on the shoulders. So I'll take this front, this part, I'll join it to the shoulder this way. I will take the other part, this one, I'll join it to this side of the shoulder this way. After joining, I'll come and show us what needs to do. So this is the material I want to use to cut my hand. So the sleeve length for this hand is 23 inches. 23 inches, 25. It will have band. So I'll be adding allowance for the band. It have 2 inches band. So I'll be using this 23 because it will form some folding. 23 inches. Then the wideness I'm using for the gathers is 15 inches. I'm using 15 inches wideness for these gathers. So next thing I'm going to be doing is to mark out my shape. So for the armhole will be times 2 of what is in our plate. So I'll measure what is in this plate. That's what I'll be using to draft my armhole. I have 11 inches. So 11 inches, that's what I will mark because it will be times 2 of what is on the arm. So I'm going to be marking the 11 inches pattern. So I'll mark it out. Then I'll use 4 inches. 4 inches to come down for the shaping. So on that 4 inches, I'll mark the 11 inches as well. So that's what I'll be using now to form my bow for the sleeve. So this is what we have. This is the sleeve, the upper part of the sleeve. Hope you're seeing what I'm drawing. So if you measure this place now, you will have nothing less than more than what we have. So because we are going to be gathering this place, so we need to have excess on that part. So I'll connect this now straight to the 15 inches that I have here. Here I have 15 inches, so I'll be connecting from this point straight to that point. So this is what I'll be cutting now. Or more than of it. So I have 11 there. So 11 times 2. This is 11. Okay. I have excess of for 3 inches to form a little gather. It's because my cloth is small. If I have my material is big, I should have had more on this part. Better still, I can shift it a little bit, add extra 1 more inches to it, so I can get more gather to the sleeve. So I'll connect from there now down to the down part. So I'll connect from here now down to the down part. So that's our sleeve. So I'll be cutting. I have my 2 sleeves here because this cloth is I folded it into 2. Here we have it, our sleeve. So we have the 2 sleeves here, as you can see, 1 and 2. I have the 2 sleeves here. So we are going to be gathering it. This upper part too, we're going to gather it, and this down part too, we're going to be running gathers on it to form this one. So we'll keep this aside. Okay, so like I told us, I've joined the shoulder. As you can see, I've joined the shoulder. I've joined one to one side. I've joined the shoulder. I've joined this other one. Okay. And I've gone ahead to put my darts. I've sewn my darts already, both the front and the back darts. I've sewn my dart. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to attach my sleeve. So this is my sleeve. I've run my gathers already, as I told us. I've run the gathers both up and the gathers down. So it's to now go ahead, and I've done it for both the 2 sleeves. I've run the gathers both up and down, as you can see. So it's to go ahead and attach our sleeve to the body of the clothes. After attaching the sleeve, I'll go ahead and close the side. Then close the side. I will do our rope, the rope that we are going to be attaching to the body. The rope that we are going to be attaching here, I will do it, and then I'll come and finish up all the necessary things, and then I'll come and show us the final result. So guys, this is what we have. I've gone ahead to join the sleeve, like I said. So can you see what we have? And our sleeve is having this band that we use to gather our gathers, to hold our gathers together. So I've joined the 2 sleeves in this part, the same thing, and I've closed the side, like I showed us. I've closed the side. So the next thing now is to go ahead and hem our down part with 1 inch sewing allowance, and then attach our rope. We're going to be having rope at this end. I've gone ahead to cut the rope, so I'll hem it with 1 inch sewing allowance, and then I will attach my rope here. So I'll also do the same on this part, hem it and attach my rope. And our gown is, our blouse is ready. I will now put it on the dummy to see or show us the final look. This is the blouse, the end result of the blouse. I decided to embellish it with this stone on the side. So this, see the puff hand, see how beautiful it's coming out. So this is the second puff hand, and you see how beautiful the hand came out. So this is the end result of this. So thank you so much for staying with us on this tutorial. This is what we call a wrap top or a wrap blouse. So guys, we've come to the end of today's tutorial. Please don't forget to like, comment and share this video with your friends. And please, if you are yet to subscribe to our channel, go ahead and hit the subscription button, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you get notified each time I upload a new video. So this is me showing you 3 ways you can wear this wrap blouse. Please, if today is your first time of joining us, you're so very welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much and God bless you. I so much appreciate your time with us. Until I see you once again in my next video, do take care of yourself and remain blessed. Can be creative with the blouse. So it's not just a one-way blouse. Can you see what I'm doing? You can be creative with the blouse, and then you tie this anyhow you want. You can just create something. You can tie it like this, or you tie it the other way. You can decide to tie like this, allow the rope to drop, and then you still carry the rope to the back and tie it at the back. And then have something like this. So bye guys, see you very soon. Love you all.